Hi all, I'm doing bit of a sore throat. A big house, big job. I didn't get filming yesterday because I want to get ahead for Easter. So I'll show you a bit what I'm doing now. This is the front area. All done. Just need to spray a bit of hydro on the edging. Them window ledges were pure red. All this was red. All this was moss. So it's actually looking a lot better there and all. And around here was all bad too. That was all moss. All the window ledges were red. And yeah, the conservatory area still has to be treated with hydro, but it's been sprayed on the rocks. They were in bad shape. Yeah, as you can see the difference where I've done and where I haven't. But yeah, we're getting there. We're on the home straight, as I say. There's the way the window ledges were. Look at them. Huh? And you'll see the front ones now. I haven't even done that side, but I've done the top part. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely. Okay, I'll show you more later on as I get on. Look at that. All done, right out to the street. Whole way up. Brilliant job, huh? Brilliant job. That wee thing's working away like hell, so it has been working away all day. Keeps the lawns fairly well done. But good job. You ever sit out in the cold weather like that? Oh my god. And your man's wearing shorts, look. Oh my god. Morning all. Came to Belfast. This is Tuesday now, so I was back on treatment, but I got no letters. No one told me not to come. Now I know this is a bank holiday. I'm from Northern Ireland. I didn't come, so I did come now thinking that maybe it's continuing or something, like, you know, there's people on skeleton staff or whatever, but when I got there it was dead. So there's no one there, so I'm gonna have to either rearrange, so I don't know what to do today. I might have a wee look around the town, or just a wee dander around the town when it's quiet. Okay, Speakle Spoon. So there's something I bet you didn't know, that wee cobblestone street behind us here, and beside the City Hall, and Thompson's Garage. You know Thompson's Garage. Well, it used to be Tommy Ferguson, and he used to do the tractors, Ferguson tractors, and that's where he used to have a showroom, just here behind us in the day. And he used to sell tractors to the farmers that were in doing business in the town and what have you. Images are being recorded for the purpose of crime prevention and public safety. Oh, well, I'm not recording for the prevention of public safety. Filming crew going on here, so the day. I wonder what it's for. It's for something, I don't know what it is. Movie Go, hi, that's the name of it. Sorry. It's in the Kennedy Centre in Amherststown. So they're wrapping up now. It's the Kennedy Centre. They were doing a bit of filming for Channel 4. I don't know what it was, some kind of documentary or something. So there's two of them big lorries, like. See them behind me, look. See them? Way down there. Unreal. There's where the film set is. Them ones that are filming the Channel 4 documentary. You can see them there, look. Yeah. So I'm going to take a wee down there in the Milltown Cemetery and a wee look around. I've been in here in a long time. So find a wee parking space on down here and we'll have a look. Right. Nice day for it too. So some history in here. Some history. 1888. So many acreage. I can't remember the name of the acreage. I'll put it below. But, some lovely architecture. Like. Lovely. Look at that. There's a grave there. Jerry Conlon, in loving memory of brother. That was the guy that was in prison for years and years in the wrong. He was, remember, on the park bench somewhere in London, and he was an innocent man, like, he got out.
Until my father is proved innocent, until all the people involved in this case are proved innocent, until the guilty ones are brought to justice, I will fight on.
Oh, McCann. Yeah. So I'll take a wee dander down. In 1988, during the funerals of murdered, the 3 people that were murdered in Gibraltar, the funeral was being held here. Danny McCann, Red Farrell, can't remember the other one, but anyway, I apologise for that. But I was at the funeral, coming from a nationalist state, went down, and I was behind the Republican plot, a good bit behind now, thank God. But I remember Michael Stone, he came into the graveyard that day, and I was behind a gravestone. I think it was Walsh or something like that, anyway. But I must go and look for it now and see where it was. But yeah, I'm going to have a wee look down here at the Republican plot on that day. Have a wee look, and you see it's just behind me here. Here. $1912 that was erected for. Look at this one, it's lovely. It's all volunteers. See, if you look at the sign, look at the side of the grave where it says executed, 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 killed at Antrim, killed at Wicklow, executed, executed. Terrible, isn't it? Yeah, terrible indeed. Assassinated, died on active service. Yeah, terrible. Terrible indeed. So his funeral was here on that particular day. We were up over that way direction, and Stone came from behind me.
Coffins had arrived in Milltown Cemetery after a peaceful procession. They were to be buried in the Republican plot, in the same grave. Halfway through the ceremony, the second coffin was lowered. The family of 23-year-old Sean Savage looked on. The silence turned to mayhem.
Get down! Get down! Everybody get down!
I don't think he got too near. He lobbed a load of hand grenades. But yeah, they exploded close to the graveside. There was 3 people, I think. 3 people killed that day. It was shocking sad. I'm just going to look for the place where I was sitting. It's over here somewhere. In the lid. That was the gravestone. I was behind Marley. I was actually down behind it. I don't know what I thought it was Waltz for, but I was down behind it, and when the explosions went off, luckily enough I wasn't hurt.
There was more to come. A single man was still hurling grenades at people pursuing him. People dive for cover behind gravestones.
Now there was no security forces that day. No, it was really weird. And he came up from the motorway at this side, but he never actually got as far. He was only hauled into a boot, but he was rescued by the RUC. We looked at the main Bobby Sands and Joe McDonald. Joe McDonald lived at the end of my street in Lenadoon. So yeah, have a look at the graves. Okay, they're buried in the shape of a boat, and it's his proclamation. Yeah, unreal. Mairead Farrell. That was the funeral of Mairead that day that Michael Stone came into the graveyard. Danny McCann. Yeah. It's nice on a day like this, isn't it? It's beautiful. So that would be Bobby Sands's. Here in Doherty, these are all the hunger strikers that are here. Yeah. Just trying to find Joe McDonald's grave, if I can find it here. It's somewhere. Danny McCann, that's it. Danny McCann, Sean Savage, and Mairead Farrell. They were all murdered in. That's by the SAS in Gibraltar. They weren't carrying guns, explosives, or anything. They were just shot dead. Shoot to kill policy. Lovely day for it. Lovely day indeed. Yeah, nice day to film in here too. So that day I could have been killed. Lucky enough I wasn't. Yeah. Okay. I'm sitting holding the mic here, so you know, because the wind's quite bad today. But a lot of graves. A lot of Republican graves. And a lot of flags. I suppose everybody's remembering this is the Workers' Party old graveyard here too. And we're 74, 75. Yeah. And then you've got there's an INLA as well. I think it's over here with the blue flag over here. Okay, I'm making my way back now. It's starting to get cold. Black Mountain looking at us behind us. There we go. It's interesting. If you get good weather and you want to come down and spend a bit of time, it's nice just to see old graves and remember stuff that had happened. We have to remember on both sides what has happened. Look at that. There's lovely. I'll just show you this. It's a lovely gravestone there. It's not lovely. Beautiful. Lovely indeed. I'm gonna try one. Such a lovely day today. It is. I suppose we've said that enough, haven't we? What is that now? Okay. Those are flags. This would be the Workers' Party one as well here beside us. This one with the flag. Yeah. Some of the old volunteers from 1970s are on this as well. You can see, if you look at it, it says died on active service, shot dead by Crown forces, assassinated, so on. You see there's Bobby Sands' name there as well, Joe McDonald just underneath. Them two were good friends. That's a lovely memorial there. I like that memorial there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. The crosses are beautiful. I love those crosses. I must go and look for why would there be on this one here? He gave his life for Ireland, but why would there be a pound sign? What is that about? I don't know. I know that one's the Sacred Heart. Yeah. Right, I'm going to look for my mate's wife's grave. It's Patricia. You can hear the motorway in the distance, can you hear? That's where I was this morning. No one was there but me. Can't ask for a better day. At least I've made use of the day. You know what I mean? I could have went home straight away, but I always see this. I'd like to do the tour with a fella, I can't remember his name either. I'll put it below as well. But I'd like to do the tour of the graveyard here. Hello, there'd be a lot to get through, like, you know. Nice graveyard, but old graveyard, stuffed with history. But if you get a chance, call in. A cup of coffee. So I'm just outside the graveyard. I'm passing the Grave Digger's Arms. This is the Grave Digger's Arms. This bar behind me. Macaninnies. Good wee bar. Everybody head over after the funeral. This bar. I'm get a wee cup of coffee in here. So there's the view, and you can see the mountains, the Mourne Mountains. Look in the distance. Unreal. Brilliant in a day like this. And one of my subscribers, funny enough, was saying, "Oh, my parents are buried up there." Well, I can just show you it now, Brent, and I think I found it here. Look, there's it there. Isn't it? It is. It's Lawrence and Maureen. Rest in peace. There you are. Very good. Look at the way the old writing used to be. See the way the writing is made on that tombstone? who departed this life 3rd of December. But do you see the way they write it? Like, 1826. They wouldn't even have seen a motor car or anything. Unreal. Mausoleum at Hamilstown Chapel. That's Hamel. Hamel would have been the landowners where Trench House was. I was told by a lady there. So they owned a lot of land around Trench House where it is now, and they built that for their family. But I mean, it's lovely. It's, if you can see right through. It's got stained glass windows on the inside of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it is, and it's well preserved too, well looked after. Yeah.